us to check something. I gave us, we're supposed to come back by 3:40 and we came back by 3:55. Oh, this is one. Sorry, I'm seeing 13 now. Let's go back by 1:40 and came back by 1:45. Extra 15 minutes at that hour. Why now? Go ahead. In the military zone, no excuse.
You don't military bias now.
Alright, anyway, what are you supposed to tell our facilitator? Louder, please.
Yes, sorry.
Thank you very much. That is responsibility. And we need to learn that. Thank you so much. Now, the next session is starting now. And what we'll be discussing today is communication, teamwork, and effective leadership practice. And this session will be taken by our facilitator, that is Director Faith Guru, the Deputy Director, Leadership Development and Capacity Building from LYDI Secretariat. So I will be reading through. Are we together? I will be reading a citation while we'll be waiting for her to join us on this podium. Faith Guru is a woman capital development specialist with expertise and a strong focus on education, leadership, capacity building, and digital skills. She is a visionary African woman leader committed to advancing quality education, youth development, and inclusive growth through skill development and institutional strengthening. Our work focuses on building people, strengthening institutions, and preparing professionals, youth, and women to function and lead in global and digitally driven environments. Faith is a first-class graduate of the Department of Modern European Language in Namibia Zikwe University Music. I'm getting somewhere. Maybe you should pause that clapping. Because that clapping, oh my goodness. And holds a master's degree from the University of Lagos, UNILAG. She's also holds a postgraduate diploma in digital marketing. She is a certified digital marketing professional from the International Digital Marketing College, United Kingdom, and an associate member of Nigeria Institute of Digital Marketing. Her academic background laid a strong foundation for her work in multilingual education, communication, and leadership development. She is a multilingual professional fluent in French, English, Mandarin, Chinese, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Italian. She uses language as a strategic tool to build confidence, bridge cultures, and prepare individuals for global and cross-cultural environments. Her work goes beyond language structure to focus on human capital development, leadership readiness, and employability. Faith currently serves as the Deputy Director of Leadership Development and Capacity Building under the Directorate of Administration and Secretariat at Lagos State. In this volunteer role, she contributes to the design and implementation of leadership and capacity building initiatives that improve young people with practical skills, civic awareness, and professional competencies needed for meaningful participation in society and the workforce. In addition to our public sector role, Faith is the founder of Skill Smart Africa Limited, a skill development and training company focused on building workplace-ready talent through education, training, and leadership programs. She also sits on the board of many other companies, contributing strategic insight in education, training, leadership development, human capacity development, and digital capacity building. Previously, Faith worked as program manager at Marketing Language School, where she designed and led high-impact language and leadership programs for professionals, youth, and women. Her work involved curriculum design, partnership management, training, delivery, and coaching emerging leaders. She is currently the academic director of the Marketing Language School, shaping policies and minds through a holistic curriculum. As a JCI, Junior Chamber International certified trainer, Faith is passionate about developing leadership potential and strengthening institutions through education. She believes education is not only a tool for personal advancement, for the driver of sustainable development and long-term societal transformation through her work across public and private sectors. She continues to champion initiatives that build skills, expand access, and empower Africa's next generation of leaders. A round of applause, Jeremy and my together for Director Faith Guru Oluchi.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. I don't like the energy. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Wait, I don't hear you say anymore. Okay, so build the youth.
Build the nation.
Impact the youth.
Impact the nation.
Please loud and positively. Build the youth.
Build the nation.
Impact the youth.
Impact the nation positively.
Yes, thank you very much. So as you heard, I don't know. Well, that's provided. Was it me? No, I remember I always tell Director Faith, LYDI Deputy Director, Leadership Development and Capacity Building. That is what you need to know for now. That is what is very important at the moment. Okay, so we are honored to have you here. We are very honored to have you here. And the fact that we are going to be talking about communication, teamwork, and effective leadership practice it's something that I love to talk about a lot. And I would like everybody to be very involved in this session. Avoid phones of every kind. Drop your phones. It's going to be very practical. This is not going to be like a passive lecture. So stand up. This line, yes. Go and read, share, see it with you. That's what I want you to do. Thank you. The reason I did not want us to write our name wrong is so that nobody will know who is who. Amazing. No, don't discuss too much now. Now this other line, please follow. Thank you. Don't tip on the banner.
Let's wait. Let us finish.
Quite a lot of same exactly. A lot of similarity. Okay, now let's return to our seat. Thank you very much. Please around. Amazing. Please come back to your seat. Some people they like feeling too much. Fall back. Thank you. Okay, now I took my time to go around and I discovered that quite a number of people have the same challenges, right? They have the same challenges and it's okay. I mean, it's very okay. These are the things that we are going to address. I saw some people say that one of the challenges is to maintain new habits. A lot of people, other people say it's procrastination. So I saw some people that say they don't know how to speak in public, and quite a number of challenges and very amazing strengths as well. Beautiful. Please, can we have my slide now? Now we'll go over to. Okay, so we are done with this. This is just what we did. Now let's go over to the training objectives. By the end of this lesson, by the end of this training rather, we will end up with this. These training objectives are going to help us become strong communicators, we are going to be accountable and disciplined leaders. We are going to, it's not because NYCN says so, it's not because LYDI is telling you that, it's because Lagos State needs it, Nigeria needs it, the world needs you to be accountable citizens. And we deserve, each person deserves to be excellent in whatever they are doing. Let's look at the 7 learning outcomes we have today. By the end of this training, can I have your attention? By the end of this training, participants, which is you and everyone here, will be able to do what? Improve communication, teamwork, and leadership effectiveness. You'll be able to understand your leadership roles and constitutional responsibilities. Also, you'll be able to communicate effectively and engage stakeholders professionally. At the end of this training, you'll be able to lead with accountability, discipline, professionalism, and integrity. Also, you'll be able to improve governance and leadership capacity, enhance teamwork skills, and strengthen institutional discipline and executive coordination. So let's start with the first one. The first one is about leadership communication. Leadership communication skills. We'll be looking at public relations and organizational image. We'll be looking at team building and executive collaboration, and then conflict resolution and stakeholder engagement. Now, all of this is what we are going to treat today. And I want to assure you that no matter how short this training is, I'm saying short so that I can appeal to your psyche. So no matter how short this training is, it's going to benefit us maximally. Let's go to the module 1. Module 1 is about foundation of leadership. I will not talk too much about it because the other facilitator was able to talk a little or touch it, right? Now, as leaders, we communicate in 4 ways. We communicate in 4 ways. We write, we speak, we listen, and we behave. As leaders, we communicate in how many ways? We do what? Write, we speak, we listen, and we behave. The most powerful of these things that we do is the what? Is the behavior. It's how we behave. And our actions communicate our values. Our actions communicate our values. Now let's take a look at what we are going to do. First is clarity. According to James Hughes, the art of communication is the language of leadership. The act of communication. If you're able to communicate effectively, you are a leader. Now, have you seen so many people, have you been in a room where your boss, probably the chairman, whoever is your boss is probably at work or NYCN, or someone higher than you, told you something that you should do, right? But you were not so sure about what they actually wanted. Has it happened? Has it happened to anybody here? Yes. So that actually is the lack of clarity. Now, clarity means you say what you mean, right? Clarity, you say what you mean. Exactly how you want something to be done, that is exactly how you are going to communicate it. If I say, write your name at the back of the sticky note, and I actually meant it for you to write it in front, and I see some people writing at the back, I'm like, no, now, it's not there. Do you know that some people will be like, madam, you are supposed to write it at the back. Is it not? Now, it's clarity. How you communicate. Exactly what you mean. That is how you should say it. And that is what clarity is. Communicate your goals, your expectations, and decisions clearly. As a leader, you need to communicate your decisions. Whatever you want people to do, communicate it clearly in simple English. This is how this thing should be. It's how you should go. It's how you should go. In order to avoid what? Ambiguity, misunderstanding. It It's when someone does not understand what you're saying. That is when there's trouble. I mean, I asked you to fetch water. Why did you not fetch water? You think, oh, I thought you said I should wash plate. No. I need you to write the minutes of the meeting. Why didn't you write the minutes? Oh, I thought you said write the agenda. There is misunderstanding. So you need to be able to say what you want clearly. The next thing is consistency. Leaders who say what they want to say, but they actually do different things. They lose credibility fast. So if you say something and you do something else, you are fast losing your credibility. That is not integrity. Now you need to be consistent as a leader. Your team doesn't just have to hear your word. They are watching your actions. They need to see you do it. You can't tell them, we are wearing our polo today, and then, okay, you came with a t-shirt. Oh, we are wearing a branded t-shirt today. You came with suit. So when you communicate, when you say this is what we want to do, please, as leaders, do it. That shows what? Consistency. Let's move to the next one. The next one is active listening. Now, leaders who listen, they earn trust. Listening is not to listen to what somebody is saying so that you can respond. A lot of people listen.
Before we first maintain part, before we effectively the positive.
Amazing. It's a round of applause for you. Thank you very much. So that is a very practical example. Some people, they listen to not actually listening. For you to actively listen, you need to be fully present. I cannot be talking to you. I, for one, that's why I said put up all phones. If I see you doing something else, you're not listening to me. That is the truth. And that is exactly, someone cannot be talking to you and you're fondling with your phone or you're fondling with something else. It doesn't show that you are listening. And as a leader, you need to practice active listening. When someone is talking to you, when we're in a meeting or wherever you find yourself, active listening is simply being present. Being present in that, but you know that you can be here, but you're not here. You can be here, but your mind is elsewhere. You are doing something else. You are calculating a lot of things. So active listening is you absorbing, being present, and then absorbing everything that is being said, and understand what the person is actually saying before you now do what? Respond. So you must demonstrate full attention. You must demonstrate full empathy and responsiveness. The next thing is transparency. Transparency. Transparency builds trust, actually. So you don't have to share everything, right? But what you share must be true and it must be timely. Financial secretaries in the house. Hello. Are there financial secretaries? Financial secretaries in the house. Hello. Hi. Beautiful. Now, you need to... He said, Azama. Treasurer, hello. Coordinators, hello.
I love you.
Secretaries, hello. Amazing. So that's basically it, right? You need to transparent. Whatever you are doing, not just transparent to yourself as exposed, right? Transparent to the people that are looking up to you, the followers. So if there was so money that came in, communication is important. Oh, 10,000 naira came in, and this was how the 10,000 naira was spent. You did this. Sometimes they don't really care about how you spend the money. They just really want to know that you value them enough to give them that information. Do you understand? So transparency is what we build trust. When you come and say, oh, 10,000 naira was, deposited into the account, and then this is how we spent it. We spent it, we bought pure water, we bought this, we bought that. And now it is remaining 2,000 naira. Be like, oh nice. When you tell them tomorrow, we need to so amount, please contribute, they will contribute. Because they will tell you that, oh, I know how this money is going, I know that they will be informed. They will tell us how this money was spent. That's what is happening in our government today. We still bill. We don't have any transparent record of anything. I'm not talking about the government now. I'm talking about you, all of us. That change that we are looking for is starting with what? This room, everybody. You must be transparent. It builds trust. Very, very important. Now the next thing is feedback culture. Feedback culture. You must be able to give and receive constructive feedback regularly. So I know that a lot of people are interested in giving feedback. Tell me, you didn't do this well. No, they're supposed to do this well. If they give you that feedback, will you collect it? So you must actually be ready to receive constructive, and as leaders, please, as leaders, constructive feedback is very good. What do we mean by constructive feedback? Let that feedback, even if you want to say that this person did something wrongly, start by praising the person. You must find a positive thing that person did, or else don't give that feedback. If not, it's going to damage that person. I mean, someone who decides everybody's doing a volunteer role. This is a volunteer. Oh, are you bringing it? Excellent. It's a volunteer role. Nobody is paying anybody. If you talk to somebody and I'll be like, after are you feeding me? You know, why be stressed? I'm like, why be, But when you give a constructive feedback, you'll be like, this is how, let me give an example. What's your name? So, Comrade Aminat did something wrong. I want to give her constructive feedback. I'm like, oh, Comrade Aminat, I mean, the way you spoke in the meeting was amazing. I love the fact that you were able to have that confidence to stand up to people and to speak. However, this fact. So. This is the way you should say it next time in case. What does that do to Comrade Amina? She's encouraged. She will take that as a correction, not as if you hate her, not as if I said this coordinator, that will taunting somebody. Before you know, there is a lot of backbiting, there's a lot of murmuring, a lot of no, I beg you. So, in order to avoid that, even in the ESCO and among your members, constructive criticism and feedback is very important. Receive it and give it regularly. Feedback drives continuous improvement. As I have told Comrade Amina, do you think the next time she will not be careful? She will be careful. If I've told her that, the way you spoke about this matter, I like the fact that you're able to stand up, however, just, next time you just add little all this polite, just be polite a little. And before you know, when she wants to speak again, she's going to remember your voice. And like, so person told me that, coordinator told me this. And what have you done? You have helped her to improve. Do you understand? You've helped her to improve. Okay? I need to be touching this. Now, the next thing we are looking at is purposeful communication. Every communication should have intent, audience awareness, and unexpected income. Every email you send, every speech you make, every meeting should have a purpose. Don't just gather for gathering's sake. You should have an expected outcome, an expected outcome. What do you want the other person to think? What do you want the other person to feel? What do you want the other person to do after this communication? If you cannot answer this question, don't have that meeting. Go back and clarify your own thinking first. So before you even tell somebody something, ask yourself, What is my desired outcome after this short meeting? After going to go and meet Comrade Amina, how do I want her to take this? When you have asked yourself that question, whatever is going to come out from your mouth is going to work towards what? That's your objective. Do you understand? You're the next step. Now you're looking at official and professional communication protocols. The previous speaker actually done this, so I'll just go through it. This is very overlooked in leadership training, right? Protocols, they have protocols. In JCI, that's why I love JCI, Junior Server International. There is always a protocol. Before you stand up to speak, you will raise up your hand. They will call you. Then you will stand up. Then you will recognize everybody in the room. Good afternoon, Mr. President, board of directors. You will talk tired. When you have greeted everybody, then you can now say what you want to say. That is protocol. You can invite that in your local branch. You might not really do all the very large protocols. You can say, oh, good afternoon, Mr. Coordinator, the secretary, the treasurer, the experts in the house, with everybody. That professional communication. When you open your mouth to speak, people will be like, where is she coming from? Where is it coming from? So that is for the protocol aspect. Now, written communication has standards, right? A memo from the director should look like what? It should look professional. It should look official. There should be the letterhead. Don't just. I saw one meme on, I think it was on Twitter, where the person wanted to be designed, and he said, "Dear HR." Did you see? Please tell us. What did you say? Dear HR, it will be. I mean, is that a professional communication? Never. Can never be. So, as a director, the coordinator, as a member of the ESCO, you want to send something out to the chairman, to whoever, to an organization, an institution. Please don't just send it. Put it on the letterhead. Use your letterhead. There should be your referencing, opening remarks, your body, closing remarks. These are formalities that you need to respect. That institutional protocols and respect. When you send emails like that, it makes a lot of sense. And it places the sender here. Like, person be like, oh, this person knows what he is doing. Now let's look at email and digital communication. Respond professionally and promptly. Respond professionally and promptly, regardless of whoever is talking to you. Even though that coordinator, the coordinator is your friend, your buddy. However, when the situation, like, let me give an example in LYDI. This is my director, this is my chairman. Anytime I want to talk to him, my chairman, sir, I don't think he's older than me, but I give him that due respect. So it's not even about age. It's not about whatever you have achieved in life. I mean, this is an organization. In that organization, there is system, there are protocols, there are chain of offices. Respect those offices. Respect those offices. Very important. Oh, Mr. Coordinator, sir, it will not take anything from your body. Nothing. It does nothing to you. If not, instead, it places you here. I mean, it places you on a very high pedestal because it shows that you can be very professional in every situation. So if we meet somewhere else that is not LYDI, or maybe in a let's say O1 or a party, when we come and meet, I say, I say, my chairman, sir, I say, we not say LYDI now. Gasa, no problem. It's not a problem. It's not going to take anything from you. That respect should be there. Except the person says, right now we. Even in the we, do what? Respect. Very important. Okay, so the next one is chain of command. Communications must flow through proper channels. I mean, the previous speaker, the previous trainer talked about it. If you want to escalate an issue, don't say because you are having beef with your coordinator, or you're having beef with the treasurer, or whatever. You follow that due process. You follow the due process. You as ESCOs report to the coordinator. The coordinator can escalate to the chairman, to the vice chairman, and then the vice chairman. So there is always that procedure. Please don't jump it. Okay? Now we go to meeting procedures, meeting protocols. Prepare and circulate agendas in advance. Madam Secretary, Mr. Secretary, when there is a meeting, please prepare your agenda 1 week before the day of the meeting, so that you can prepare people's minds and say, okay, this is what we are going to see in the meeting. Also ask for amendments. If there is anybody that has anything to say, anything to add, anything to remove, present it to your coordinator first before presenting it. So your coordinator will give you like a go ahead to present it to the general house. But it should be done earlier before the meeting. Not it must be very late, 2 days to the meeting. If it's late as it is late, 2 days to the meeting. Alright. So confidentiality and discretion. Now, know what you can say and what you can share. Not everything that happens in executive meeting belongs to the general house. Not everything that belongs to the general. Listen, no, I don't know what I'm saying. This is like but please, not everything that happens in the executive meeting is for the general house public ear. No, you should maintain confidentiality. All sensitive information must be protected. Know what is classified. So we have classified information. We have general information. Know what is classified information. Know what is restricted information. Know the one that is public information. Now we look at language and tone. I've already mentioned it. Use formal, respectful, and neutral language in all official communications. Not in the meeting you. Where's your speech?
Now
this is what we are going to do. I don't know. Did you deliver like a speech? Did you deliver like a speech? I'm looking to my volunteers now. Did you deliver like a speech for your manifesto before you were elected or you were appointed? Was it election or appointment? Okay, both. Beautiful. Now, this is what we are going to do. In 1 minute, tell us your leadership vision. Leadership vision. Where is your coordinator here? Any coordinator? In 1 minute. Just 1 minute time you, right? So that means later. Please let it go around. 1 minute. Talk about your leadership vision. Yes.
my name is Odonso, and I am a daughter of Papa Ego. I'm always known for the Papa Ego movement, where everyone is safe, every child is protected, and anyone can come into the community at any time they want. For the goal of coming to the NYSC as the secretary, I propose a community that is free from chaos. And how do we do it? We are going to lean on education. Education is the pathway. Now we are not leaning on just formal education. We are getting informal education. We are starting with community service, which makes everyone each other together. So if I see something, I'm going to say something, and then we are doing something together. So I think this is enough for us to start with why we build on other aspects of building an upper ego of our team. Will I do this alone? No, I have other people on my team with me that will be doing this. And I'm not doing this with my team alone. I'm using the council chairman, the CDAs, every other organizations in the community, down to private and public organizations. And I hope we achieve the proper economic bargaining together. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
For my secretary now.
Thank you so much. I mean, that was an amazing, I like,
It's past the mic. Thank you. Nation.
achieving their plan, working towards
Amazing. Another question. This question is very personal, right? Who do you think was rejecting while talking? It's in-house, right? Really. Who do you think was rejecting, was not so conscious saying, because they asked me to talk, let me talk. Yes, pass the mic. Okay, thank you very much. This is a round of applause. I need another observation. Pass the mic now. Meditation. Okay. Okay, so are you trying to say that the guy did it? Okay, that he was, rejecting in a way. Okay. His word. Amazing.
But she started with Chicoba. She has something to say.
Okay, so this is what, public speaking is what a lot of people fear. A lot of people fear public speaking. And see, public speaking is the next dreaded thing after death. Yes, after death, people fear coming to speak in public. That's true. Yes. So, for them to be able to stand up, listen, as leaders, to be able to stand up and speak. It's okay to be nervous. But these guys, the people you're speaking to, they don't know that you are nervous. It's okay not to know what to say. But nobody knows that you don't know what to say until you show that you don't know what to say. In that situation, what do? You stand up, you own the stage. There should be something that you should do that will make people to warm up to you. And that will also make you to be at ease. It's practical. When you come up, they can take you unaware at any time. You need to be ready as a leader. You are a leader now. Exco, leader. So when you want to speak, don't be shy. I would say that you should always put yourself out there to speak. Always. Communication is an art. Listen. Communication is an art. It's a muscle as well. The more you use it, the stronger your muscle gets. When you go to the gym, those that build muscles, do you just go one day and muscle will just pop up? Boom. You have to go consistently. That's how communication is. Whenever you have the opportunity, they say, who wants to say something? Raise up your hand. Speak. Put yourself out there. Right? I'm going to everybody now. See, the boldest people in these rooms are those who volunteer to actually stand up to speak. All of you that did not tell, I'm coming to everybody. You must speak.
Everybody's capable now, but we have to volunteer.
I understand that, but the fact, as a leader, what I'm trying to say is, as a leader, you should be the first at every time. And That helps you to build your communication skill. It helps you to build your public speaking ability. Do you understand? Let's take a look at what we should do. First, you come to the stage. Even if you have something to say and it's impromptu, you were just called upon. Know your audience immediately. Immediately. Who am I speaking to? Gen Zs, young adults, old people. Know your audience immediately. Tailor your message to their needs. So, I know that I'm going to speak to young people. I'm using young people's example. Right? I'm using young people's message. I'm using young people's language. When I want to deliver the same training to professionals in a particular industry, I will tailor it. Let's assume I'm talking to bankers. Am I going to be talking about, I will give some certain examples. I will tailor it to my audience. That's what I mean by knowing the people you are talking to. Another thing is manage anxiety. Like I said, nobody knows that you are nervous until you show it. Even if your heart is beating, nobody knows. Okay? When you come up to speak, you need to maintain composure, a posture of a confident person. You need to avoid filler words like no. You need that composure, that confidence that shows that you know what you want to say. Thank you very much, sir. Now the next thing I'm talking about is handle questions, structure your message, post-event follow-up. I just want to round up this. Now, as leaders, I'm talking to the coordinator right now. Coordinator, deputy coordinator, secretary. Sometimes you will go to institutions for partnership and sponsorship. You know, how you present yourself matters a lot. Okay? How you present yourself matters a lot. Always use official language. Very important. Now let's go to the next slide, please. The next slide, the role of, okay, so we are looking at public relations, and we have four modules. Not time. Public relations and organizational image. Next slide, please. Now let's look at the role of communication in leadership. I'm just going to go through this, right? Now, vision and direction. As a leader, you must do what? Communicate the vision. It's what we just did now. So, it's what we just did now. We talked about our vision, what we achieve. Very important. And decision making, communication does what? Facilitate informed decision. So, as leaders, you must, thank you very much. As leaders, you must do what? Disseminate your policies clearly. Remember, we talked about clarity. You must say whatever you want to say clearly, right? And you have to inspire action through your words. Through affirmations. See, you don't have money. Nobody is paying anybody here. Your positive affirmation matters to that your team member. The fact that you are giving the person well done, it goes a long way. I'm telling you, it goes a long way to motivate that person. And then communication shapes culture. You should model the communication norms that you want to see. If you want people to talk to you with respect, talk to them with respect. If you want people to talk to you professionally, talk to them professionally. It is garbage in, garbage out. If you want somebody to honor you, give them honor. It goes a long way to everybody. Dick and Harry. Dick, Tom, and Harry. Goes cut across everybody, right? So you must approach everyone with openness, respect, and professionalism. Next slide, please. Now, Now we are looking at organizational credibility. We have two columns there. We are looking at two columns there. The first column is talking about credibility traits and then the credibility builders. So, credibility traits, what shows that whatever you are doing is an issue? When there is an authorized media statement. Am I communicating? Are we? Remember what I said about phone? It shows that you are not here. When you're pressing your phone or social media, you are not here. Right? Oh, you're writing! Oh my God! I didn't know. Okay, so what's the next thing you're going to do? Please, if you're taking notes, just take notes. Let me not see images on the notes because I can see your phone. Now, as a leader, right? As a leader, you are representing NYC. Whatever you post on your social media, it counts. Your social media account is also like integrated to NYCN's account. Because you are an ESCO, if you post something that is against the government, against the institution you're working, you are literally saying, I'm not a part of these people. And it's a media threat. Nobody will say, oh, it's his account. No, if they will boil it down, they will trace it down to NYCN. They'll trace it down to your institution. What do you need to do? Be careful. Let there be consistency in your messaging. Whatever you want to post, make sure that the coordinator, if it's on the social media platform, do we have designated social media for Apapa Ibomu? Please, the person posting on it should make sure it gets authority. Hey, this English is hard. Authorization, right? Please let the person get feedback from the coordinator or whoever is in charge before posting, right? Now the next one is contradictory public statements. Don't post something that means something else. I mean, it's very important. Misinformation and rumor spread. Always be professional. Don't go and say something that it has been trending. You know it is trending, but allegedly it's not true. Right? Or it can be true, allegedly. It's none of your business as a leader to post. We must be very important. I've seen someone that lost a job because of posting memes. To him is a meme, right? Going to comment section, keyboard warriors and stuff. What happened? They need somebody to employ. He very qualified. He ticked all the boxes. But what happened? They went to his LinkedIn and Facebook to check the kind of person he is. And very disgusting comments, very disgusting posts. And the company was like, we cannot employ this person, the person will not represent us well. Everybody is looking at brand imaging, brand messaging. So as leaders of NYCN, you are like brand ambassadors. You must represent well. In whatever you post, even as a keyboard warrior, come back. Leave the comment section for the comment section people, the keyboard warriors. You are no longer a keyboard warrior officially because you belong to a brand. You are a brand ambassador of organization. You are a global leader. You need to start seeing yourself as a what? Global leader. Very important. Now, breach of confidential information or professional conduct in public. Social media misuse by office officials. I've said that a number of times. Very important. Please let's take note of all this. Next slide, please. Team building and executive collaboration, please, sir. Now, let's go back. I don't want them to see. Amazing. So we have another interactive section. This is going to be an activity, my favorite activity. Now, as a team, we are going to build the tallest tree, the tallest freestanding structure. In 2 minutes, I need to see the team that will build the tallest freestanding structure. He should just be standing on his own, and we are going to measure it. The tallest will be the winner. This is 3:07. Our time starts now. Use anything. I want to see that collaboration. Build something. Everybody must be involved. Ensure that you involve everybody. The tallest freestanding. He has to stand on his own. We have 3 minutes to build that.
Sorry. Because I know chairs will not stand. Okay, time up. Everybody leave the table. Move. Whose idea?
Yes, now.
We are going to do tests. I just need one finger to touch. Let's calm down. We need to do your project is to pass through fire. Okay. Whose idea is it to put the back in? Joint like this. You put the back. Yeah. Whose idea is to bring it up like let me touch it. Okay, let's go to the whose idea is it to do this chair?
It's our idea.
It's okay. See, remember, I need to be sure. Okay, let us pass it through fire now. How did I touch this one? You don't know. I need to touch the first one.
From here. No, this one. No, not this one.
Put it down. Do we have the winner? Yes. Do we have the winner?
Yes.
Let's arrange ourselves. Let's be professional. Okay, so yes. Now let me share what I observed. Let me
share what I observe.
One more check. One more check.
Please let's settle down. A round of applause for yourself, first of all. It was a very engaging exercise. Now, this is what I observed. I observed that first, all of you started with water, what? Tablets, phones, bags, until somebody now noticed and said, we can use chair, and then they built a castle, right? Now, this is what happens. This is what I'm going to relate it to. In your team, it's not only the coordinator that will be the one with the best idea. Even that list member can actually come up with something amazing. You should be willing to do what? Listen and get that strategy, get that idea, put it into practice. Don't just put it away that, chair, why, how, this will not work. No. Try to make sure that you do what? Listen to everybody. Let everybody be involved. Carry everybody along. That is communication. Thank you very much. Please, the next slide. Okay, next slide. We've done this. Now, how do we build effective leadership teams? You need it together. You need what? Healthy conflict. Let's stop here. Healthy conflict. Was there healthy conflict in this exercise?
Yeah.
What's it like this? No, it's like this. Oh, it's a healthy conflict. We all disagree to do what? Agree. The next one, commitment. Everybody will buy into decisions even when they disagree. At first you try it did not work. Oh yeah, take the next suggestion and try. Until we get what? One result. Okay? The next one is what? Accountability. Team members should do what? Hold each other to agree standards. When I came and said, whose idea was it to put this chair here? And did you point at anybody? No. It was what? A collective effort. That is teamwork. Now, result focus. Collective results take priority over personal interest. When you do things together, it will not be, it's my idea. It is a collective work effort. Very important in building a strong team. And how do we manage executive relationships? You have to respect institutional roles. You have to there must be regular work, communication, collective ownership. Don't resist that blame culture. Don't say, you're the one that said you should do it like this. You said we should. No. When an idea doesn't work, do what? Move to the next idea. Improvise. Don't leave that blame. Don't say, it's you now. No. Okay? Let's resist that blame culture. Shared accountability builds executive unity. The next one is manage ego and power. When you collaborate well, it reduces that personal ambition. That personal ambition, it reduces it, it removes it entirely. And then strong teams develop the next generation of leaders intentionally. Do you know that your team, the people that you are leading, will be they want to see how well you collaborate. They want to see the collective effort. They want to see how you guys are doing things together. Before you know it, you are building them. You don't know. You are developing them. You are teaching them. People learn by action, not by what you say, what you do. Okay? Thank you very much. Next slide. Conflict resolution and stakeholder engagement. We are gradually coming to the end of this training. Now, this is the very uncomfortable topic. Conflict exists in every organization, right? In every family, in every relationship, there is conflict. And the question is not whether conflict will occur. Conflict must definitely occur. So what you should do when it happens is what we are going to look at. We need to be able to talk about it and effectively manage conflict. Let's see how to do that. We can manage conflict by collaborating. A a win-win situation. It is ideal for partners or parties that actually matter. These are the 5 models and the strategies that we can use to resolve conflict. The first is what? Collaborating. It takes time to build, right? But collaborating eventually builds a long-lasting relationship among experts, among team members. It goes a long way to build long-lasting relationship and solutions. Another way of resolving conflict is accommodating. If you have tried collaboration, it did not work, and there is no time, accommodate each other's flaw. Okay? Now, it is a lose-win situation where you take a relationship instead of causing problems. So let's say that there is something to do, and there's a particular person that is not agreeing with what you guys want to do. What you need to do? Accommodate that person. Accommodate the flaws. Accommodate the issues the person has. Even though you lose that argument, or you lose that eventually, maybe there's something you have to do and you do not get it, you have won the person's relationship. The person will never forget. See, human beings, we have ego. It's true. But when you allow someone to slide, knowing fully well that that person was at fault, as a human, that person will definitely go back and think about it. Forget ego. Forget pride. The person might not admit there and there before you, but I can assure you, the person will go back and think about it. And it hits differently. So you need to be that bigger person, willing to do what? Sacrifice, willing to lose whatever it is, just so that the both of you will not have any issues. Very important. Another one is avoiding. This one is, you know this person is a very troublesome person. It's not possible for you to lose. It's also not possible for you to win. Avoid that situation. This is also another strategy you can use. It's either you withdraw or you defer. You use it when the issue is very trivial or when the timing is not right for resolution. That's when you can use this avoidance. Another strategy is compromising. Partial win. So it's like saying both sides give up on something that they would have won, and then you can use the time to talk about other goals to achieve. That's compromising. And the last one is competing. Win-lose. But this competing is very, please don't use it as a conflict, as a way to resolve conflict. Doesn't work, especially in Nigeria. It's more like saying that there is fact, there's authority, you must make a firm decision, but use it sparingly. Because leaders who always compete, they lose the trust of their team. So instead of competing, instead of avoiding, do more of collaboration. Okay? As a leader, do more of collaboration. Now, let's go to the next slide. Identification and engagement. How do you do this? How do you engage with stakeholders? I heard somebody talk about meeting relevant stakeholders and then engaging with them. How do you do that? You have to first of all map out the stakeholders you want to meet, right? Engage every group, first of all, and understand the needs. You have to meet the stakeholders to understand their positions. What do they want to achieve themselves? After you discover that, communicate proactively, build trust through consistency, and then keep records of all stakeholder interactions. Very important. What we need to do is don't neglect anybody, no matter who you are talking to. You see, in partnership and sponsorship, I'm talking to the small institutions. Those ones you feel that, they are not, have you noticed administration? I'm just trying to let you know. Those big companies will take a lot of time to before they respond to you. But you see those smaller companies, don't neglect them. They are the backbone. Okay? If you meet them, you get response almost immediately. And they are the ones that can be able to attend to you. But you are waiting for Lagos State government, parliamentary, clinical ministry, you might get delayed. Start with the smaller organization, then you move upward. Do we understand? Now, I want us to go back to our communication simulation. Let me paint the scenario. A controversy has emerged in the press about NYCN's new policy on capacity building fee. And you are the spokesperson. I need 4 people to act as the media officer. Do we have director of communications here? And the person in charge of communication. It's not here, but you have there's a position for that, right? So somebody will step into that shoe. Then we have the DG or the director. The coordinator, somebody is going to act as coordinator here, and then stakeholder, and then crisis manager. It's just something I want us to do, like a simulation, a scenario, how to resolve conflicts. Can we do that in 3 minutes? In 3 minutes. Prepare. Talk. It's practical. I told you that this is practical. This is an example of what you are going to meet. Discuss. Who is going to be in each team? In your team, come together. Somebody should do this. Now your task is simple. Each person has their own task. Prepare and deliver official press statements addressing the controversy. I'm not seeing people doing anything. Your team, come together. So this is your team. Each team has one role to do. So you are going to pick 4 people from your team. 4 people from your team. You have 2 minutes, please, to do this. 2 minutes. I want to see the communication. Communication. Let it be happening. 3 minutes. You have 2 minutes more to come and do a presentation. One more minute. So our presentation will be in 2 minutes, please. Time up. Time up. Which team wants to go first? Time up. We have 2 minutes to present. 2 minutes to present. Which team wants to start first?
We want to put our idea again. You're always copying our idea. So go first.
You have 2 minutes to present. Your time has started. Who is going first?
They are not going. They have been going first. But they are you to go.
Time is of essence, please. How are we going to decide the person that's going to start now? Okay. Yellow represents Apapa Idomu. Pink represents Ife what? Ifelodun. As I skip this sticky note, anyone that appears on the floor will come. This is you, pink. This is you, yellow. Now let's go. Pink has it. Ifelodun, let's go. Let's go. 2 minutes. Please, let your media officer come out now. Your media officer should come out now. PRO, where are you? You see now, 2 minutes is going. The time is 15. The time is 3:28. If by 3:30 you have not started, you have lost.
They are sharing you up. Teamwork.
Yes. So if the more time you waste, the more time you don't have. You have 1 minute has gone from your presentation. You have just 1 minute to present. You have just 1 minute to present. Are we ready? Papa, are we ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Please come. I'm going to give you extra 1 point. Extra point for starting.
So those four are coming out.
Yes. Please. The media person.
The media.
You have 2 minutes for presentation.
The media. Sorry.
No, don't say that, ma. Say Abu Silia. Abu Aisha. You cannot give us my phone.
You have not. Let's go.
Okay.
That's my
Oh, yeah, what
You the youth? We are directing this to the chairman through my coordinator of Apapa Ibomu Local Branch Executive Council. I'm directing in view of the controversy trailing the National Youth Council capacity building phase. We would like to address the circumstances surrounding the controversy. It is a paid capacity building comes from the corps facilitated by the LYDI, and paying a commitment shows regardless as we speak engaged. We decide to engage all the chairman, secretary, and treasurer of all organizations in order to discuss the relevance and efficiency of the essence of the training and why it must be paid accordingly as announced. Thus, we seek cooperation of all associations to do the need accordingly. Signed by Comrade Aziz Alami.
Let's go to the executive director. No, I think it's the last person to speak. Who is the second
So all of us are
person?
going to speak.
Yes.
Because we are putting it all together. Okay, there's no problem.
Okay, let's
Who is the
go.
next person?
The next person is the manager.
Crisis manager.
Crisis manager.
You have press.
Yes, you have first.
So the good day, gentlemen of the press. I am Oloruntomi Ojoraolaji, and I'm standing before you with the recognition of my branch coordinator, Comrade Aziz Alamu. I would like to address some issues regarding the course fee from the Lagos Youth Development Institute. If we as youth could pay to acquire knowledge from Harvard and every other level institutions all over the world, so I do not see a need why we cannot pay a token to show commitment to obtain a certificate that is of international standard. I would like to address everyone concerned and aggrieved in this matter to please reconsider. These are certificates that will be needed in the future, either for upgrade or for every other thing. So in view of this, we call on every aggrieved party to please try and see this as an opportunity instead of a controversy.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing.
My check.
Nice one.
My
So
copy.
let's go to the next person. Stakeholder.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Build the youth.
Build the nation.
All right. In solving the crisis of increments in the payment of our dues, is on the trading. So we consulted the chairmen of all associations, we consulted the treasurers of all associations, the secretary of all association, and also we have to consult our youth officers in the council. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Now the Director General.
You the youth.
Youth the nation.
Now, due to the crisis we have on ground, as my fellow people have talked, my crisis manager, so we have all done the needful. We've consulted the stakeholders, and we want to ensure and appeal to you to please let us do this. This is to make this program more efficient, more durable, and to
You people are politicians.
A round of applause for them, please. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So let's please settle down. Let's settle down. So this is like a very short, this is like an example what you are going to face in reality. In reality, when you are asked to take it's okay, thank you. Thank you. We are not coming out.
Sorry. So sorry.
So now, this was the next thing I want us to do now is a personal exercise. Very personal. Now, can we take note of what our key takeaways? First thing, I want you to write. What are the things that you are going to say? What are the things that you are going to communicate effectively? Just take note of all of this. Later, I mean, my time is already up, but it was a very amazing section, and I appreciate you all for your cooperation and your involvement. Thank you so much. Build the youth. Impact the youth.
Impact the nation.
Thank you so much.
Build the youth.
Come back to session. Welcome back.
I can see your voice. Before you did as if you not talk like okay, build the youth. Are we together?
Yes.
Who said yes, we are together? I have a gift for you, but you meet with our government before you play. When you meet again. So this is the last session. I know we've actually tried for almost like 4 hours. Almost. So this is the last session. And I promise you that this last session, we talk about the constitution, the tradition, the non-mentioned area, history. That is the last one for today. And I want us to pay utmost attention that we pay earlier for this last session. Let's don't worry, are we not going to test you? At least I heard that she was listening to something that has to do with Islamic content, so I want to believe that she loves Islam. So let's welcome our next speaker. Let me try to get a citation. Okay, so I will just read you a citation. Papa, I will retrieve your gift. So the next speaker for today, the last part of the session, is Comrade Jamil Adewole. He had MC in math, economics. Asarudi College of Education is calling. BA Education Administration in UNILAG, Masters in Education Administration in UNILAG, Certified PLS Educator, Leadership Profile in Chairman Congress Planning Committee NYC Lagos 2026 Elective Congress, Member of the Electoral Committee NYC Lagos 2020 Elective Congress, former Chairman Forum of Local Branches Coordinator of the Coordinators NYC Lagos State. Jam your hands together and I want to go on. The former coordinator of NYCL Isolo Lagos local branch. Everybody, a round of applause. Let's welcome our next and the last facilitator of today. Welcome to our Comrade Salis Adewole.
Build the nation. That is why the last acronym is not here. This is executive of LYCN Apapai Gomu local branch. MJ Apapai Gomu and the fellow why you now brought add the two of them together? Because they are neighbors. And they have something similar. Should I go to that memory day? Don't worry. It's part of his presentation. I will get there now. In my son, you know my name is Sally. Those that I used to play Sally. You know my son. Now the first history, tradition, and constitution of NYCH is the topic. But first and foremost, I want to congratulate the executive of both local branches. I can see you are the first set of local branch that will be taken through this course. Yes, we launched LYDI last year. We also admitted the first set. And I'm not a pastor of LYDI arrangement. And I've been thinking in my mind, if we generated outsiders to go and pass through our curriculum, and by so doing, you will have the same status with elected executive. Plus the fact that you already have extra knowledge that the ESCO won't have. And can't we have a way to train other local branches? I have that in mind. But unfortunately, we don't have the facility that can train all the local branches at the same time. They are talking of 9 times 57 in this small hall. Then yesterday, I received a call that we have considered 2 local branches for that type of training. Then to come and take this section. So we say you are the luckiest when it comes to local branches in Lagos State. Now, NYCH, my sister, what is the meaning of NYCH? I think let's appreciate her. That's the first calling. You know some, they are NYCN Expo, you don't know the meaning of NYCN. So, NYCN is National Youth Council of Nigeria. Now, before NYCN, before a general platform for youth, we've had some youth struggles in Nigeria, especially before independence. There are many of them. But because we are in Southwest, I just talked about those Southern youth energies, just 2. I want to talk about the Sikh movement or the Sikh movement and the Ekpel of Oduduwa. I think you have the slide.
Yeah, I'm sending you.
Okay. So the civic movement is more or less the youth wing of NCNC. NCNC is a political party in the First Republic. NCNC. Can anybody help me with the full name of NCNC?
National Council of Nigeria, the party is National Congress of Nigeria.
National Council of Nigeria and this year and the Cameroon. Let's give it a round of applause, please. And the First Republic represents what year? What year? I want another person. You are the coordinator, right? Of which branch? Okay, you are the coordinator of the fellow group. Okay. If you want to answer, I want to turn it into a competition, right?
It's not competition now. They are the fathers.
Okay. Don't mind them. You see now, I want to start to share money now. You don't have to. We both come together now.
Abu Ajero and Abu Papa.
All right, let's start.
The First Republic Nigeria was 1960 to 1963.
Okay. Let's appreciate him. The First Republic is between 1960 to 1966, sir. 1960 to 1966. That was when the first military coup occurred in Nigeria, led by Major General Group. I've said it, it's correct. It's incorrect. He said from 1960 to 1966. That was when the soldiers terminated our democratic government. Yes. And the coup was led by what? But later, they now gave something to work to Major General Agui. Let's leave that place under it. But before that First Republic, we have some youth energy. The Zikis movement is more or less like youth arm of NCNC, a political party founded by Herbert Macaulay. That party also is the party of Nnamdi Azikiwe. So, youth, you always have this mindset that the elderly one, they are slow, they are not doing it fast. So in the course of trying to engage the colonial master to give us independence, youth was like this. Our father, they are slow, they are too slow, and we don't fasten this thing. These people, they will be there till what 20 years, and they came together to form the movement under that NCNC, and their major purpose is to what? Is to come up with ideas that will be emphasize colonial dominance. It's not really for politics, rather, but there's no way. Something that is engineered or that came out of politics. So that example of youth energies. In the Zik movement, we have those from the eastern part, then we have three regions, we have those from the western part, with very few of the northern people, especially those from the middle belt. You will not find those from the corner in Zik movement here. So they already have their political movement. Also, we also want to talk about another youth energy during that period is Egbe Oduduwa. The Egbe Oduduwa was founded by students in London in 1945. It was later launched in Ilefe 2 years after. The Egbe Oduduwa being launched in Nigeria was more or less like a youth movement of Western extraction. They felt that the dominance of NCNC is becoming unbearable within the Southwest, and the machinery of NCNC is being taken over by what? By the Easterners, and we should do things in another way. They came together and started this campaign. It was this energy that led to the formation of Action Group, led by the late Chief Obafemi Awolowo. Now, after independence, we now have three dominant party rights. We have the NPC, that is Northern People's Congress. We have the NC, and we have the Action Group. Of course, we have some other tools, but let's just focus on it. Now, it is difficult for these two youth movement to champion a generalized youth focus campaign or come up with what with an idea that everybody will be part of. You can tell me why. I think they cannot bring together youth to fight for a common cause. You can tell me why. Because youth movement were regional, but they also they are attached to political party. At inception, everyone was only for politics, but because a action group later came out from it, automatically they have to they are political. But when they are talking and what they are saying is against NCNC, they will not look at it as it is a general. No, it is it is partisan. That is why the youth energy we have during that period cannot really speak as an umbrella youth body for all the Nigerian youth. It's on this basis that the Youth Council was founded in 1964 by a group of voluntary youth organizations in Lagos State. Please give a round of applause for Lagos State. You are always the first in most things. Like you don't let me overbrag. So that somebody we are now in the jet age. Somebody just go and Google it. Now tell me what Lagos is not first in. But I can also say that Lagos is first in ways. Yes. The VAYO organization, especially the uniform organization, came together in Lagos State in 1964 to form a platform that will speak for youth. And when they are speaking, nobody will say no, it's being partisan, it's being this. And that was what led to the formation of NYCN. NYCN is charged with the responsibility of policy formulation and implementation of issues related to youth development in Nigeria. Now, the next thing is, how do we now spread NYCN across Nigeria? Of course, all these organizations that converge in Lagos, they have state chapters in other states. They feed that gospel for their members in other states. And they also came together to form other state chapters. And that was how we have NYCN in all the states in Nigeria. And from there, they came together to have a congress to present the national body. And that's what they are doing as more or less a pressure group, just like the ZIP and the government movement. For the Youth Council, we are not just a pressure group that will always engage the government in a dirty way all the time. Our approach is what? It's more or less like an engagement, an advisory. You get it now? We are not to be like a sort of youth. You know, in 2020, we have a crop of youth. Let me digress. That said, what was the base of the campaign? NSAS, right? From NSAS to bad governance. And we could recall, you know, what we say, in your jail, we felt that they said youth are gathering doing something, and we as youth council, we are saying that we are the umbrella body of youth. We will not do anything about it. And these people, they are using our name to compete. Because they youth not me. And you know them down. How will I be accounting for something I do nothing about? Then our chairman then gathered some of us as people practice coordinator and few leaders, and we approached the Inspector General of Police. So you see, in this country we don't brag, but we have done a lot of things sincerely. And we presented our white paper to the Commissioner of Police. And he assured us that he's going to meet the IG that night for a meeting. And the IG is meeting with the president, that's the late President Muhammadu Buhari, the following day. And trust me, when we are reading some engagement you want to do for the youth, I saw the handwriting of what is submitted in it. You get it? But at some point, this youth, you don't want to listen to us again. They say we are biased. I could report that a reporter want to interview me as the call of God. And he called me hello, NBA reporter. Am I speaking to Sally? I say yes, Sally Iwole, a court of court. You all know a court of court. And I'm leader of all the coordinators. Now said, what is your, that was when they were running things, Abi. Did I have to my opinion? Did I have right to my opinion? Did I have right to my own opinion? He has a straight question and I explained that, what is your view? I'm quoting him. What is your view about the burning and the chaos in Lagos State? And I said, first and foremost, the youth cause is right. We have suffered enough from God, from the hands of God. In our end what? End SARS. However, you know, it's like that guy was preempting me. I said, however, he said, I think the youth ought to have left the rally, the protest point when the government has declared curfew. The guy just bumped me. No. If they are bribing, if they are. Which one is this one again? I allow you to do this romantic. No, these media people, they like wahala. They want to put words in your mouth so that they can go and be playing it. And I said, did I have right to my own opinion? You ask me a question, I'm answering it. Don't I have opinion again? And that was how we ended the call. So our own engagement is not like other groups. They always want to bring out the negative about government. So our own pressure group is not like that. It's just to engage the government positively and constructively. In 1990, the Youth Council we gave people status. And some of us we did elementary economics. That is, we have the CAC recognition. Yes, as a body that is recognized under an act. So, and we're able to register under CAC and so on and so forth. That's how Youth Council evolved. So, Youth Council evolved summarily because of the gap that was not filled with the post-independent youth. But those youth struggles are more or less partisan, and we need non-partisan youth. But mind you, when we want to define youth council, we say youth council NYC is non-political or non-partisan, non-ethnical, and non-religious. What are the objectives of NYC? Yes, you have this slide. Deliberately, I didn't write it. I crop it straight from Constitution because I'm very conscious of the Constitution. I don't want to make mistakes. By I instead of N, you now said I gave you that, so I crop it. Basically, I won't read it. They are very centered on just three things. It's about youth programs, youth mobilization, youth engagement, and empowerment. But I want to make emphasis on HIJ. I want to make emphasis on that. But that one, especially that age, is more or less to an individual. What are we in, or what I am in, and what I have in as a member of NYCA? I will look at one. NYCA is to serve as a training ground for the youth in partners in governance, as partners in governance and development, to government at all levels, and the organized private sector. Youth council should be a training ground for us to learn how to lead. That's what youth council should be. That is always what I'm mentioning there. Youth programming, youth mobilization, youth. What is to achieve this work is youth leadership. It's like a good leader you have to mobilize, isn't it? It's like a good leader you have to plan a program and implement it. If you're a good leader, you have to work. You have to engage people constructively and empower them. So that's what youth council is meant to achieve. What are the organs and hierarchy of NYCA? What is organ of something? That is the different structures or no, the different decision points, yes. Different decision points of NYCA. The first and the highest is the National Youth Congress, the Congress. I'm sure all of us we were elected through a Congress, an elected Congress, right? So that's the highest body. That is, whatever we say here, we cannot change it unless we convert, or call another one, convey rather. You cannot change the of the Congress unless you convey another Congress. After that, we also have the board of trustees. The board of trustees are elected members, especially past leaders of the council, who are to serve as the trustee of NYC. Trustee means the owners of the organization are not elected, and their role always come during the time of crisis at the Congress. When there were issues and you could not call Congress, they come in. What is the problem? What is the issue? You get it now. They don't really have enough percentage to pass. You get it? They have to work to ensure that the Congress is what is coming. The body is still together. You get it now. So if you want to intervene, you have to ensure that there is Congress. We have the National Advisory Council. They are like League of Advisors for the Youth Council. They also don't really have much to say, but what they have is to advise and past leaders of the organization. However, in the new concept that we are using now, the council has provided function for advisory council. Yes, a very strong function, strong one. But initially, they are just advisory role. We also have the national management meeting. I'm sure at your local branch level, you must have management meeting. You know how you have. It's like a general meeting where your exco and all the affiliated organization work will come together. You tell them this is what you want to do. This is your way competition. Especially in a year. After that, you have the executive council. That is the meeting of the executives. Meeting of the executive. Yeah. Our own exco meeting. That one, I don't think the commission should hold once in a month. I'm saying this because there are penalties for this. It's just because we don't practice this thing. As we practice this thing, many local banks will have been sanctioned by now. Maybe at some point we have to go to this. We don't have exco meeting for practice all the time. It's like we have found your duty generally. And the state can prescribe that time as well as lowest school for that period of time. We also have in the NYC Judicial Council, we don't have that at the local branch, we have it at the state and at the national. So the Judicial Council is the team of all legal advisors. At the state level, the Judicial Council are legal advisors of all the local branches. They come together. You get it now. They have to perform judicial functions. When we have issues within the council, before we go to court of law, before the court approach them, you get it now. They will meet. They will appoint panel or team to come and work, to come and listen to your case and work and give you judgment. That's the Judicial Council. We don't have it at the branch level. On what there are issues at the branch level, we refer it to work to the state legal advisor, and that one will work. We form the team that will come and hear your case. We also have zonal management meeting at national level. At national level, we have 6 zones, all the geopolitical zones. At Lagos State, we have 3 zones, the senatorial districts. I don't like to talk about zonal arrangement in the local branch. I don't like to talk about it, but I have issues with it. Yes, we can also have zonal arrangement too at the local level because they will say we should operate at one level. So some of us who are constitutional advocates in Lagos State, when the constitutional advocates, I know 2 of us, we have, okay, even the 3 of us, one of them should have been the lecturer for today. So he is the present SSC to the governor on West Station, Ambassador Said Sido. So we are just three. Alan Wakao, so the three of us, we have issues with that. So that's why I don't like, if I'm quoting it now, I will be offending their word, their intelligence. So I don't like to talk about it. So we also have we have state executive council, that is the state ESCO. We have senatorial management committee, that is the BYO and local branches in a senatorial district. We have local executive council. We have board executive council. That's what I would like to talk about. We have member organizations. That is the organization that form the youth council. In your local branch, you have organizations. In my own local branch, where I serve as coordinator. At the point I was handing over as coordinator, I have about 28 organizations. 28 organizations. Some of them are state recognized BYO, and some of them are locally recognized. So we should have a list. I'm saying it because I have a list, so that I could give a number. I can write or say the name of all the 28. You get it now. We should train ourselves because these are the strengths of the council. That is what we are using to protect the youth council. We have also have forum of state chairmen. At the state level, we have forum of coordinators. All right. Now talk about overview on constitution. First, I'll be fast here. But first, if you are a member of a political party, it's up to man. Any party. If you're a member of a political party, any party, I'm not particular. I tell you, political party member be. So, now, which party? Which party? You see, those in APC, they will not like what I have to say. No. They used to brag that in APC, you don't have constitution. Actually, their constitution. Every government somebody. The constitution. Actually, you align with what I said.
But we deal with his consensus.
You align with what I said.
We have a constitution and actually design.
You are changing what I said. Okay. So you are saying there is a constitution. Okay. You will know that I will answer this question. Okay. Do you follow that constitution? I don't want to answer
where the constitution is silent. Tradition will take over.
Okay. That's you are not aware. Do you always don't let me always. You follow this constitution at least sometime.
Yes.
Follow constitution. Do you have the constitution? You don't have now. Yes. Me, I have read the constitution. I have said it this afternoon. The day I read it, I just laughed. Check it and Shirisha. You see, politicians don't follow constitution. Please listen to me. And they laugh about it. I was in a seminar like this with those in Alimosho and their leaders. Political leader. He said, what's constitution? I said, you are arguing. I just looked at them. I was shaking my head. I said, whether we follow constitution or we don't follow, there is constitution. Even in APC, we follow constitution, but we don't follow it outside. When beyond all our shenanigans, when all the members they have gone, you see that they will now sit down. They will not be crossing the T's and what? No, crossing the T's and what? Dotting the I. All the loopholes, they will what? They will be working on it. Because if they don't do it, one young guy that is Otisolori will just take them to court. Let me actually tell you that in the history of the Progressive Party, one of us was the first to challenge that party. I don't know whether we have APC there. Is either AC or APC? Yes, one of our leaders in youth council took the party to court. Please give us a round of applause now. because of the training to the youth council. And as I speak to him, ẹni máa mọ̀ náà ni, yẹ kí a lè pè àfọ̀sẹ́ lọ́gbọ́gbọ́ sọ story wọn fún yín, pé ìgbà tí wọ́n gbé ẹgbẹ́ lọ sí court. I'm happy to say that story. I'm happy to say it. I'm not saying it to demean him. To tell you that our government tell the constitution. So the fake thing are not following the constitution. Let me also quote a former national legal officer of our party. He said, I am not, don't call me legal officer. Don't call me legal advisor. I am not legal advisor, I am a legal. He was saying it angrily. And he said, why? He said, you never come to me to come and ask me how to do things the right way. You will only come and ask me how to do things in a funny way. So, don't follow that part that you don't follow the constitution in the party. You don't know what fail. If they don't follow it, because what we will be buying from, you will say we sign that when we are not selected, we will not take the party to court. Now, you also say consensus. Consensus is constitutional. Yes, if you read those APC constitution is. In fact, I said I stand to be corrected. Maybe as a I'm very challenging with my lawyer because I'm not a lawyer. But I can say it boldly that all the arrangement of APC constitution cannot happen under a peaceful election atmosphere. We always believe consensus. We can't do election. What there's a question of we can't do election. Election is scheduled. When you see what they use in that thing, I know I'm happy come and they don't align and they don't have mind to work together. People will die every row. So they will force us to consensus because the environment is not conducive. So that means we all agree that constitution is not a problem. I mean, it's not destruction. Yes or no? But some people believe that when we talk about constitution, don't be concerned with this place. So, one of the people who go there, constitution to us in youth council is takeover. Is what? Is what? Therefore, even in youth council, I've said that of the youth council too. Even when we are cheating, we be quoting constitution. If you are doing the wrong thing, we be quoting constitution to tell you how constitution is important. Now, in Nigeria, we've had some instances where even if we don't know how constitution is important, but with those instances, if you want to talk, can anybody give me one or two of them? We appreciate constitution. I show you what. We do well, but not everybody don't do anyhow. Anyhow, they will come and carry you and arrest you in your house. Can you have one or two instances? Don't look at my slide, bro. Everybody is not in that slide that you have planned, that you appreciate the presence of the constitution. In the recent time. Okay, let's hear you.
The persecution of the Emefiele.
The
persecution of the
Emefiele. That's a very good example. Because the Emefiele was just doing as if
is the one that gathered everyone together.
He has convinced the president, he put the president's head under his watch,
armpit,
and he's dragging all the Nigerians. Yes, that's an example. So, nobody believes that somebody that is powerful to that extent to the world, to be caught in the law well. What other instances? Okay, here I have for those of us who witness the emergence of Tambua as the Speaker of the House of Rep. You all know Tambua. I don't know Tambua. I think Governor of Sokoto State. So you can see the picture. Have you seen the picture? You will see your House of Rep member jumping over the gate of the House of Assembly. When they were locked out, they didn't they want them in so that they don't have the sitting to elect a new speaker. But at that moment, Tambua was a member of PDP, but he's having issues within his party. It's not the choice of his party. But he has gotten the consent and support of other opposition political parties. That's the importance of constitution. Another instance is when Saraki was to emerge as the no. Let me use Jonathan first. Jonathan and Yaradua. I recall that time I was serving in Adamawa State. And you were hiding Yaradua. You were hiding, serious hiding, yes. But one thing that is certain is that everybody knows that if Yaradua is dead, we are going to see Yaradua dead body. We are going to know he's dead. But they hide Yaradua seriously. At the point they package him to come and speak. He did. Now, when he has spent a number of days out of power, and we are going to have what an acting president, the North, and the so-called pushing cabinet, that they can't be able to have for them. I forgot it now. So in Buhari time, they call them Abuja boys, but at the time we used for people like that. They are the ones that decide for the president. They are even powerful than the president. They don't want Jonathan to assume, not just as president, to assume as acting president. It took the intervention of civil society to state rally, protest, to say that function of the must be followed. And what now happened? The day Yaradua died, and it was buried. What happened the following moment? Jonathan was sworn in, elected easily as the substantive president of Nigeria. Now let me take out of Tambua. That one was very funny. Sorry, Saraki, unfortunately Saraki is from my state. Saraki dynasty, thank God we were safe from their dynasty. Saraki want to be the Senate president, but the ruling party want to support Ahmed Lawan. I think I'm correct. From this state, Yobe State. Yes, Yobe State. Ahmed Lawan. And the party has said that there were rancor among these APC senators. Buhari, let me say, he used general approach, he did not use political approach. Because the day the meeting is to be conveyed, he now called all the senators to come and have meeting with. And those that they have what they want to do in their mind. They do not attend that meeting, they convey. Now, they try to change the house rule. You know, some people were just coming in. You know, people don't understand that thing, but we in this country we understand that thing very well. That you can change one letter in constitution and you cause problem. Just one letter in constitution and you cause problem. Yes, there was a constitution we used in 2012. Yes, 2012. It's just and secretary. That's what they are doing. And secretary. One document have and secretary. The other one does not have and secretary. And that is can cause problem, can win an election. That's just what and secretary. No, secretary is not good here. But just and secretary was inserted, it can cause damage. Because that secretary, the one with and secretary can allow the secretary to contest at state level. The one without and secretary will not allow them to contest at the state level. And at that moment, somebody wants to contest at the state level and they want to give you secretary at the local branch. You know that is already sell out. They're like, don't you look at this man? You cannot contest at the state, yo. You better just not run away. Hey, John, don't give me secretary, please give. That is the purpose of what? Of constitution. There are many other instances. Let's just leave it with that. Now, from what I have said, I want to ask again. It's concerning constitution a problem? What I've said. I will say constitution is a problem. You have agreed that it's not destruction. It's not destruction, but it's a problem.
The constitution is not a problem.
How?
The constitution is meant to guide us, to give us just forward.
Okay.
So constitution becomes a problem.
Very good. I love that. I would like to that details together with yes.
Constitution is always becomes a problem when the current issue at hand cannot be resolved.
Do you have any other? Do you have an example of the same way one cannot resolve the problem?
As at that time.
Yes, just me one scenario. Me, I don't like fake scenario. I like live scenario. Yes, okay.
Use of ice to default.
Okay.
According to the Constitution of the United States, there's a limitation to their power. Okay. But the current president of the United States exploits the cabinet, as in the House of Representatives and the Senate, to manipulate a way out, to give them autonomy over different attitudes.
That's not they have created another constitution now.
That's what I said. So it was unable to resolve.
So that's constitution. What they have done is you don't use fiat.
Yes.
So we have to have a constitution. By going back to the house, because the house they are the one that will make constitution now.
No, he didn't go back to them. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, what did
he didn't go back? He just used autonomy. Even he has the case in court till now. That the way the ICE body are operating are not in line with what the constitution provides.
Now, that means now those that charge him to court. What are they fighting him for? What are they quoting against him?
They are quoting the constitution against him. So, but till now it has not been resolved.
That means there is no problem.
And they are still active with that same way.
There is no problem. One cannot solve. There's no problem. One cannot solve. What we need is consensus. What we need is what? Consensus. When we have issues, at times you be deadlocked. Why do you think you have lawyer A, study law for 5 years and law school 6 years? Lawyer B, study law 5 years, 1 year, law school making 6 years. They will come to court to be arguing a case. Some will be reading the same constitution 1999 as amended. Some will be reading the same constitution as amended.
And they will put their point.
They will put their point. Exactly. It is not the day that I will now resolve it. Don't worry, looking for my body. Now let me go back a bit. Awolowo and Shagari, who won the first one? Shagari won. Any other contrary view? No man. What our Baba used to say, what we meant in the amount of our Baba.
They never told me that time.
Okay, it's the first election.
Yes, 1979 election.
According to the what we read.
Our Baba, you know about
Was that Shagari won that election?
Okay.
Let's forget about regional conflict or whatever.
Okay.
Shagari won. I'm from Kwara.
You don't have to shock. And you don't be the million. I need someone from Lagos, Oyo, and Ogun. I'm very that's all of you. You are myself.
Okay, so I will say we're able to guide
Ogun, Oyo, Lagos. Esoro. Who won between Awolowo and Shagari? Anyway, what we meant in the mouth of our fathers is that Awolowo won the election, that Shagari did not win, and that was what some of us from our tender age. You see, you don't know what that thing has caused. Some of our people that did not vote until now, that live in that time, don't have that experience. They say, for crying out loud, we now go back to the archive to go and read. Awolowo did not win now. Shagari won Awolowo. The only thing is that Shagari did not meet constitutional requirements. And that was what they took to court. They were not dragging. Maybe we go back to what say constitution cannot solve problem. But one will able to solve it one way or the other. Now, the constitution says the person that will win. You know that thing what will happen, we want to repeat itself during the 2023 election.
Yes.
The constitution says for someone to become a president, he must win 2/3 of Nigerian states. Isn't it? And we have 19 states at that time. And Shagari won in 12 states. What is the 2/3 of 13? 2/3 of 13 is 12 point something now. You have 12 point something states. You get it now. Even a professor of Professor Shike was going to court to go and be some mathematics. Are we some mathematics here? You are just using your professor to come and bully you. It is bullying. It's professional bullying. And the judge, you see at times when judge are forceful, they will look at two things. They will look at the context. Shagari has won. I mean, they will look at cost. I'm not saying money, but you want to go cost. Owó wàhálà, ìdààmú. To go and do another what? Another election, another rerun. They will look at the tempo. What's the tempo? What's the majority? We are not majority guy. You start well. We are just noise makers because we have media. Get it now. Just is solved. But some people now said that law was wrongly worded. That law was what? Wrongly worded. Because we don't have number of states that can work that we can divide to 3. You have what? You have 2/3. Why do we have to form that type of law? So Shagari what? Shagari what? Those who see how they believe that or what I'm about to tell us, please go and delete what? That belief. Alright. Now, in youth council, our constitution, depending on what we are using. As far as let me put that on, Lagos State Youth Council is concerned, you can go to Oyo, you can say it's not like that. But our Eko, what our chairman directed us to be saying, our chairman, engineer Ibrahim Olalekan Adigun, says we are still standing by what? NYSM constitution as amended 2018 as what? As amended. Of course, there are some issues lately, but we don't want to bother about that one. When that issue has been resolved, we also shift. We cannot have a body without what? Without a what? A constitution. But that one involved too many stages. At one point, we have state-based constitution. Another point I'm defining to, we have two parallel bodies because two factions. We have youth forum and youth council. So we have the youth council constitution and we have the youth forum constitution. Now, at national level, with that period also, we have some constitution that was named after people that drafted them, but there are two parts in there. We have the Derivation Constitution, we have the Shutali Constitution, we also have the National Constitution. All these things happen during the same period of time. If I want to come to meeting that time, and somebody is reading, don't disturb me, just ask, sorry sir, which constitution are you reading? But you don't ask, you just be arguing for arguing sake. But at some point in 2012, there was a unified Congress that produced the 2012 Constitution, and the 2018 was developed on from the 2012 Constitution, and that's what we use till this morning in state. Are we there? Now, what are the steps to get acquainted with the Constitution? Yes, we found to be. Of course, based on Constitution, you cannot all be constitutional savvy. Yes, Constitution can. Yes, but all of us must be constitutional conscious. That's what we need from all of us. We must be conscious of Constitution. I know what about leader of the new guy. You say, hey, ẹ̀yin ọmọ Constitution, kí ló sọ fún wa. Everyone was so that not that you now do any go síbẹ̀. Kí lẹ́wọ̀ tàbí ṣe by machine here? No, I might catch them. So some people are functionally conscious. So the next level is you to read and research. What can you do to read? Study the table of content. Yeah, I think the local branch will have a copy for each school. Okay. It's one of the issues. Maybe at least you can get the soft copy. So get acquainted with the table of content. After that, read regular sections. Yes. Some of us we have turned into like our Quran and Bible. We read some sections very well, especially section on Congress. When they said, I serve as member of just a member, but I can tell you that those that will disqualify in that committee. It was my point that disqualified them. It was my comment. It was my comment. There was no comment. I didn't allow him to work to even do anything. I just said I was just joking. Let them make some medical branch. One of the sharing. When you come in, I disqualified. When I'm disqualified, we are just laughing, and from laughing it entered disqualification like that, like play like game. So we read some sessions regularly. So when you read them regularly, it becomes part and parcel of what of you. Yeah, get familiar with the import of the relevant provisions. Some when you just read it, you must understand the index. Yes, at times we do some things. And that is why when I can be in a meeting like this, what I need is they just recognize me. Oh yeah, if there's a talk about this, I mean, master of it, I will force all of you to work. We are doing, I will tell the world to beg you to give them. You get that? Because you know the import of the constitution. You know what the constitution is saying. You don't know, you don't be quoting, you won't be able to apply. And people that are there that are doing rubbish, they will use the word to silence you. Or you don't know how to use the word, the import to argue your point. Then try to read the whole constitution if you can. You are not need to memorize, but you know that if you want the constitution, because you have read it before. Then lastly, memorize the constitution if possible. That one is not possible. But you can memorize some section, not verbal, but just like this thing is like this. And I could recall in 2019 towards our 2020 Congress, I started a part of the constitution, and our leader, yes, our constitution, I started a place. He said it's not there. I said, sir, it's there. He said it's not there. I said it is there. I said it is there. I insisted. I was maybe he's going to recite the correct part for me. Because in the morning of that day, I recheck. So I'm very much sure. Now my guy just look for the and I was just laughing. Well, you get it now. So once you read, even though you go and bed, then you can easily work, you can easily open to work to the place. Let me leave this slide. Let me go to the next one. Now, what are the salient issues in NYT? I've mentioned the executive position. As an executive, you have rules. Get according to your rules. It's there in the constitution. Yes. We have said it the other time that youth council is meant to work to train people. Some people they came to youth council to come and fight our posts as decoration. Yeah, I am the king of youth council. It's not for decoration, it's for service. Deliver your post. Secretary that cannot write minutes during meeting. Secretary that cannot present minutes. So if you cannot do all these things, go and train yourself. You can come to me, but we will pay. Because when you go say I'm one secretary of maybe your workplace, you not have a CV. I attended one interview. The person look at my CV. No, wow, it's good. You don't know that. You don't know that what you put there is for decoration. You don't have that skills. That secretary, NYCN. About that, the secretary. But you say it to your statement. Meanwhile, you don't have to write minutes. You wait till you buy. So explore that training opportunity of youth council. Before you can become APC youth leader, you do know how you will see. This one is like a free meal ticket. So explore that opportunity very well. Now there are consequences for those that have gone from their responsibility. I've said it the other time. I can talk that for meeting. Any school, a man of the console, you want them. Anybody was in meeting there, somebody that have gone from functions, how to put right. Somebody that have gone from their functions for 3 months.
and you can declare that post vacant. Coordinator in the family, but don't do that. Because the single shade, coordinator máa ṣe àti máa lo yẹn ní industry. Tẹ́ bá ti ṣe lọ́dọ̀ yẹn, ẹ ti dèkó lú nìyẹn o. Èkó yìí so but you can try to look for the person. Wait, and then máa ṣe look for the person.
Ìwé ni sẹ́kẹ̀ dà. Ìwé ni ẹ̀pà ìwé sẹ́kẹ̀.
Ẹ jọ.
Tẹ́lẹ̀ yọ sẹ́kẹ̀.
Wait 2 months.
Has the person. Maybe the person is not feeling fine. Maybe the person is having someone else having challenges. I know one of our friends is having mental issues now.
Are they okay?
Relax. I'm not forcing you to do the right thing. That's why we are telling you. But you know, some things you can do it. That person trying to look for his welfare, he don't shame. First, if you take time, not just then look at what surrounds him. Yes, maybe at the time of the election, somebody said go and collect the post because the RSC has closed law. So we now talk about sister. It's like you have time for this thing. Hey, bro, are you saying somebody from the come and you get it? Do it in the world in a courtesy manner. Explore that opportunity. You get it now. Then, if that one is not you, you either wait for that person to complete that tenure like that, but go upon a while. I know my brand, I insisted like that for people that have responded. I didn't say, no, go and put it for my organization, I will allow you. Then, dealing with higher hierarchy, the youth council, we should respect the higher hierarchy. You look at the respect the senatorial and the states. It's very and how do you respect them? You are not fixing or poking into their shape. You know what just like program, where will your shaman be? States now, we don't be like that. And if our shaman is not around, let us use that to do I know not come to our own there's scope of opportunity. Yeah. You know, this training secondary students. It's not like let's say 6 villages. When I mean I've been to those in that village, what are you looking for? But they are very, very far places. Just for they are choosing in me. If I don't do those things, I will sick. Yes, I will sick. And I can't be sick. I don't want to be sick in another person's state. To keep that activism on. There are goodies and this. Yes. Oh, and better. Now the coordinator will give them what about against waiting now? They need to give them stipend for running costs or like that. Yes. But don't abuse the opportunity. Because there are things, I said that people as like this political party. Sometimes our local party want to put us above the party youth. At times it is good, at times it is bad. Because I've had a former local government saying that if you want to give money to youth council, it's okay. You can defend it. So give party youth money. You have to go and look for a way. And when you take it under his word, the color of his room, take it publicly. You started as in started identifying those of us that are doing youth council. What is go from you? What do not from you? Sometimes I cannot work in the school because the chairman there used to do public hearing. And he said, I found you to need 2 million. And then let's say of persuading him here that when we have challenges now. Yes, we have high expectations. I've talked about that the other time. Because we are going to local government every day, you will see you are an office holder. People in your street are doing, depending on the man bound, she means about someone now. Okay, who are you? Because when they write the people in the local government, you don't have any space in the local government. Yes, so if you cannot manage, you will get tired. skill and backup. Then vulnerability to risk and danger. Yes, we travel a lot. We have different meetings. You want to have a what? A stable home. You must have a what? An understanding partner. But yẹn máa tún lè náà o kọ́wé máa jáde so it's very we go have client is co-forming based on interest. At some point we are in crisis, you have time, you have to, but for me in fact at some point it was those in the other camp that was no camp go never change yẹn ẹsìn ìlú máa ṣe and they were fighting in the middle of the two no you want it ṣé mi a lè sọ kí ni díẹ̀ wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ẹ̀ you get so once you are consistent with what you are doing, even those that are not your side work, we will recommend you if you are good about what you are doing. Yes, if you are attack, you are in if you are a pastor, go and read your Bible very well. You travel to me. I mean, Baba, you like Baba think below that. Baba think below. And that last one, Baba think no go. Go on, listen. To be the bad today, Abaran today, Ogun today, lie. If I Christian, would you find out Kalini Yamaloka? Yeah, but that is Kalaro. Now, that far here, mo tẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ dáadáa àtàwọn iṣẹ́ tó confam ada kò sí yìí sọ́dọ̀ pé eriwo ló ń pè ìfọ̀ ẹ̀ dúró ti dáadáa. Head of youth council we have somebody who call Babalawo of youth council. Babalawo not to talk confam Babalawo ní báyìí ìfún àwọn wà ń bẹ̀. Ìfún àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ìbàjẹ́ fún àyẹ̀tà ó yẹ pé máa yún un ni. I can say that's the thing that I was and I was shaking. No, this all put them shake. Put them shake when I really shake. So then political interference, you go ahead and there are a lot of interference. I don't know the man foul. Sorry, when you take a case to somebody who has to stay in the case, you mess up the case for you. And you will not know. You will want to work, you want to stop something new. But many times when we allow our political to interfere in youth council, they don't understand youth council, one about bargain you. Or if they solve it, maybe next year we should go and meet them again. I mean, we should always try to reduce political influence in our activity. Then, terms and fashions too. Yes, when there are terms and fashions, me and you are friends. You are from Abagom, but we are in camp A. You are in that. In the camp era, I was in Lagos West. I'm in Lagos West, but my leader was in Lagos East. But so you all bring that little break come on, bring that man over me somewhere. Never from my game, no man fool me. Nobody for me, no I do. But me, I wait for them when we come to general meeting. You know must to you get it. So friends at times can belong to different areas. How will they do it? They need to manage that too. Then let me end with the quote of one of our leaders. Yes. Check. I want them on bed. I want them on bed. One bed. DG one bed. That is one bed. There go. I'm not one by one. One bed. One bed. One bed. One bed. One bed. Can you hear me? Let me that. Black in number 2 years. Yes, number 2 years. Yes. Yes, I want to quote the words of the person that beside me. Yes, not that my our leader, our veteran leader. And that was what the scenario used That day was like melting point. As it got melt. About do orí tó bí sínú àpẹ tó bá ń gbóná kí ló máa ṣe tó máa yọ ni. Yes, when he dropped that word, the minds of ST melted. Yeah, they came to come and interfere in our affairs. And we presented them, he now said, and I quote, LYC is a place where the son of nobody becomes somebody. On this note,
Jamming. Thank you so much. And say what? It's a wrap for today's training. Now, before we go, we have a certificates and also our facilitator, and then we go to our various homes. Okay, so DG is coming, right? Where is the I'm sure we love the session. Yes or yes?
Yes.
So do we have somebody to give us something in 30 seconds?
Yes, I do.
No, it is you're not talking. No. Oh, he was trying to say I should pass it to you. Let me now pass it. 30 seconds. Sumaya.
Okay, am I giving both of them?
No, both of them.
Yes.
What did you gain from this session?
Okay, thank you very much. Our power and we really appreciate your input. And at the same time, I really get to understand the politics behind the youth council beyond our personal comprehension. Although initially we have leaders who always come to state visits and they try to make things this way to us. But our own understanding is different from their own statement. But today's training gave me a different understanding from what I initially understood. So I will say thank you for that, and I really appreciate. But my observations with regards to what was discussed when Deputy Director General was speaking, Madam Faith Dolu, and through our exercises, I get to understand something which I don't mind. I don't know if I could share. Okay, thank you very much. So I understand as Africans, when it comes to human development, we lack concentration on strength and focuses on strength. As we lack concentration on our strength, we focus on strength. And that's one of the reasons why the Western world will only use their tools, we don't create ours. So that's something I realized. Let's take, for example, digital skills. I'm a digital person to me because I follow it. The strength of youth there is based on entertainment and sport. So when you're training a child and you focus on what he or she does not have as a strength, you're only matters most. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, comrade. Yeah, I want to say comrade B. Thank you so much for that beautiful summary of what you learned so far from the second facilitator, right? And the third facilitator. Please let's grab our hands together, please. And then we also have our certificate given to us, take our pictures, and then we go to our various homes. So, my teacher.
Thank you very much. Well done. Build the youth.
No,
game competition.
Oh, game competition.
Like I said, we always want to appreciate our facilitators. The fact that what they have just done today, if they are to pay them, you know what it's worth. I was at a meeting last week or 2 weeks ago. We're discussing a session, a virtual session, and I got to realize that the remuneration for that virtual session at 45 to 1 hour is 100K. The trainers that we have brought to you today, they are certified trainers. Again, the first facilitator, that's Mrs.
Director.
Leshi.
Director Faith.
Okay. In the absence, let me call Mr. Constitution. They didn't introduce him as Mr. Constitution.
No.
Ah, they call him Mr. Constitution. Get to anywhere, you know what Mr. Constitution. He will not start describing from the son of me, code of court, former CPC chairman, Okwemeji. So please, CPC chairman, please kindly step forward, sir. Come on. So we have this little token to just appreciate you. I know that what you have done to us is worth more than that. We have small water bottle, to enjoy yourself. So on behalf of LYDI, we present this token to you. All right, thank you very much. So while I expect Ms. Faith to step in, so I will just at this point to present the certificate of participation to each and every one of us. So the please.
Isa Ibrahim. Àwọn olóyè Aminat. Sulaiman Kuwan. Sorry. Kuwan. What kind? Quadri Abib, Kazim Suliyat, Aziz Alamu, Olugbenga Raymond, Akintola Israel. Who is Akintola Israel, Babatunde Jide, Ọlọ́run Tóyìn Ọjọ́ra. Ọlámúdé Ebenezer. Who is Ebenezer?
I'm a princess in my kingdom.
Babatunde.
Look here. You have it.
Extra 3. Is allowed. Rihanna, capacity. I wish you all the best. Presidential shake will shake you now. You don't want me to shake one, you need
Ebenezer, forgive person your this thing now.
The last question. Yeah.
Sorry.
This is my father's wife. I have meeting them. Yes. My name is Ojora Olashite. This for long time Ojora is my father's wife. Yes.
What did you put attendance? What is written on the attendance?
Limited the name. Please, can give her another certificate? Please, let me write another. Please, let me write another certificate. Please,
Please get another one for you.
Please.
Sorry about that.
Thank you, Jerry.
Hey,
let's be
hey, guys, come.
Hold on a second. Then let your secretary collect her. No, she has to collect her.
Please come. Please.
Okay, for me.
Thank you very much.
Again. I'll do that now. All right, so I've said it before your arrival that on behalf of LYDI, you are part of us. She's a director, she's the one in charge of training and development. But trust me, she's a certified trainer. I said, what you have just delivered today is worth 150K. Yes, yes. You know, she knows.
Minimum of that.
She knows. She get paid. She's a director of an institution of a language school. If you want to learn German, Korea, Spanish, everything, French, she can speak 9 languages. 9 languages. Do you want her to speak that?
Yes. Yes.
She can advertise herself. I have that before. Yes.
I want
Our video is
你好，我叫我是吕丽人，我住在那个市，je suis le directeur de l'Académie Marchand. C'est une école de langue française. On enseigne l'anglais, le français, le chinois, l'espagnol, le portugais. Merci beaucoup, je vais dire merci beaucoup à LYDI aussi. Thank you so much, gracias.
Awesome. So, I want to, like I said, we are going to be appreciating punctuality.
All speak
I want to present, punctuality. Yes, punctuality. The first person to arrive to this venue, yes, I want to appreciate that person. The first female to get here is not that person that.
Because the first meal that got here happened to my children after me. Who is the children? He got here before you.
The first female that got here.
See, he has been outside.
Don't worry. The first female that was here, you have been the person.
Please don't go listen. No one's going.
This is another school that they write. So the first male to arrive to this venue is from Ifelodo. I'm happy that his father is happy. Go Victor.
Go back. Minutes of the day now, by now.
Àti minute of that, they all shall charge you.
Let me also join my balance. My able deputy, can say we look alike. Anything we do, they follow.
Let's do group picture. Can we meet here? Meet outside.
Okay, for them.
For directors,
No, for them. Just leave it.
How soon? Let's do first local branch. Fellow first, or each other, anyone first.
No, collect separate. Come on.
Yes, we want to do some one local. I want it to small building. Go by here. No, I will teach you. Can we just do this? I don't know. Let's move back. Facilitators should join them, please. Yes. Facilitators. SAG, please come. Yes. Okay. Balance. No. You have to go there. You have to go there. Ọkùnrin lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn ẹgbẹ́ náà kan nítorí ojú ọkùnrin. Àjírọ̀mí.
Ìfẹ́ ló dùn.
Ìfẹ́ ló ṣe é.
Oh, my certificate. Uniform. Let me see.
I don't want uniform. Obìnrin àwọn ọ̀dùn fún àìlọ́dà á ìdarí.
Sorry, keep the phone. All right. Okay.
Okay, so group everybody. Show my grandma. Picture and video like this. Show my grandma. I'm a camera scan. Come on, just play close. I can't my grandma.
All right.
I sent a message.
Yeah.
My love, we need to.
Okay.
I think the group, the two group.
Yes, okay.
To now process now 1 million years.
And this one's even done processing.
All those ones, don't know now. That's enough, Jay.